has been an awakening. Have you felt it?
It shall come to pass in the last days, saith God, I will pour out of my Spirit upon all flesh. And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And on my servants and on my handmaidens I will pour out in those days of my Spirit, and they shall prophesy. And I will show wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before that great and notable day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Black road in Russia, suddenly alive with a mysterious flash of light that turns night there into day. Look at that. The dazzling sight caught on dashboard camera and seen for miles.
So far, scientists have no clear explanation as to what caused the flash.
And it's not the only volcano we're watching, apparently. Meteorologist Ivan Cabrera is here to tell us about that. How many?
Well, we're watching 4, believe it or not.
All of Iceland.
Yeah, Japan just got involved. So we'll start with Iceland. We'll work our way through the volcanoes here. And eventually we'll do some weather, too, in the next half hour. But for now, we're in volcano mode here. And we'll start in Iceland. And this would not be getting that much attention if we had not had the event 4 years ago, which, of course, paralyzed European airspace. That is not happening now because we have a different kind of eruption, similar volcano, but different kind of eruption. We are now back to orange, which is good. Red is the bad one. That is when we're talking about imminent eruption and the potential for, of course, air delays. Now, alert level back to orange. We were at red alert on the Friday because what we had was an eruption, but it was a fissure eruption, so it wasn't the main chamber eruption. We'll continue to monitor that volcano, but looks pretty quiet right now as I've been watching it here. But as we fly you into the close to the equator here, what we're looking at here is the Papua New Guinea volcano, Tavorvor, and we have stunning imagery from this one here. Not certainly way more impressive than Iceland. If this were occurring in Iceland, we'd be in big trouble. But this is down further south, no glaciers here, and we don't have to worry about a widespread air travel situation. But look at that. Can you imagine watching that out your window? A lot of people were, and they were sending the pictures along with it. There you see some incredible images, and behind me, some more spectacular imagery. Look at this one here. That is just... look at that with the sun there, glimmer, postcard perfect, but scary stuff as well. Of course, if you live anywhere nearby, and they've been evacuating some folks there as well. And this one has caused air travel disruptions a little bit more widespread than Iceland because we're involving Indonesia as well here with some delays as well, although most of the activity has been across Papua New Guinea. And then we have the flight restrictions depending on the flight level here. The pilots will certainly be aware of that. But unlike Iceland, we don't have the danger of the jet stream picking this up because subtropical jets to the south and to the north, and here what we'll have is just this ash disperse over the region, and that is just fine with us. And then we have this other volcano here, Mayon, which is now at alert 2. They did use different kind of alerts. Some use colors, some use numbers. That's okay. This was alert 2 here, so we're watching this one for potential eruption, and we do have a lot of people living nearby, 182,000 to be specific, so we'll monitor this one closely as well. And then the Japan one, which we'll get to at some point as well.
I know. I don't remember when we've had so many volcanoes.
It's like almost volcano season. Incredible.
Thank you, Ivan.
Yeah.
Well, volcanoes in Iceland and Papua New Guinea are erupting. Our meteorologist Ivan Cabrera is monitoring them all for us from the CNN Weather Center. Shall we call it Volcano Center, Ivan?
It is Volcano Center, at least for this weekend anyway, and maybe into next week. 5.3 earthquake just reported about an hour ago in Iceland.
Iceland. Okay.
That's not good, right? That's not good. The thing is perhaps waking up once again. We were at red alert yesterday. We're back to orange. Maybe we'll go back to red. This thing's going to go back and forth over the next few days. But for now, it remains an Iceland problem, as in the effects will not be widespread into Europe unless we get a big old chamber eruption. We'll show you that graphic once again in a second here, but the fissure eruption is what we've been talking about over the last several days. And the big difference is, of course, the main chamber. Oh my goodness, all that magma. Once it touches the glacier here, of course, that could spew ash, pulverized rocks, glass into the atmosphere 20, 30, 40,000 feet up in the air. That is what happened 4 years ago. That's not what we want, and that has not happened. What has happened is this fissure has opened up. It opened up, in fact, last week, and it had not erupted, but it did yesterday, and perhaps with that 5.3, a sign of more action to come, localized flooding possible as the ice continues to melt there, obviously. All right, so Mount Tavorvor, now we're getting into Papua New Guinea here. This one bringing us some spectacular imagery across the region here. Erupted yesterday, hadn't done so for about 20 years, and take a look at the pictures coming out of this region here. My goodness, that is some dramatic stuff there. Of course, the Iceland volcano looks nothing like this at this point, and in fact, this one has closed airspace as well and continues to provide.
that is something, again.
Is warning people to stay away from Mount Ontake in central Japan following a volcanic eruption. The agency said the volcano on the border between Nagano and Gifu prefectures erupted shortly before noon on Saturday. The agency upgraded its 5-stage volcanic alert level to 3, which urges people not to approach the mountain. Firefighters say about 200 climbers have taken shelter at a cottage near the top. They say 8 people are injured, 1 seriously. Mount Ontake last erupted. Firefighters say about 200 climbers have taken shelter at a cottage near the top. They say 8 people are injured, 1 seriously. Mount Ontake last erupted 7 years ago. An eruption in 1979 damaged farm crops.
In heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before that great and notable day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass, that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved.
It was supposed to be a light show to promote a movie premiere, but instead it's incurred the wrath of the church and the wrath of the public too. The evil eye of Sauron from The Lord of the Rings was planned to loom large on one of Moscow's tallest skyscrapers before the opening of the third Hobbit film, but not anymore. Earlier I spoke with RT's social media editor, Ivor Crotty, who has his eye on this ongoing story.
The idea was that this eye would be pitched on top of one of the towers in Moscow City, which, you know, the Moscow downtown. Things didn't quite work out that way. The group that was going to install the eye is a group called Zvechenia. So it seems to be 6 people involved in that, Moscow-based. And there are a bunch of architects, designers, collaborators, artists called Zvechenia. So it seems to be 6 people involved in. Seems to be 6 people involved in. Seems to be 6 people involved in.
Open a space for God to do God's work.
Muslims from across the country came to the 2-hour prayer session, which was briefly interrupted by a protester.
Jesus Christ is our Lord and Savior.
Participants.
been locked, but we can't actually see the people standing in front of the window.
Okay, and what about the news that there seems to be a black and white flag that's been displayed? Do you know any more of this?
It's been saying in news, and it's been showing on the TV. It's like black flag with the white Arabic written on the flag, and people are standing in front of the window holding those flags. I think those hostages are holding that flag. They make them to hold the flag over there, and people are just standing face to the window like innocent people, so police can't shoot inside if they have to. That's how they're doing. Door been locked, but we can't actually see the people standing in front of the window.
Okay, and what about the news that there seems to be a black and white flag that's been displayed? Do you know any more of this?
It's been saying in news, and it's been showing on the TV. It's like black flag with the white Arabic written on the flag, and people are standing in front of the window holding those flags. I think those hostages are holding that flag. They make them to hold the flag over there, and people are just standing face to the window like innocent people, so police can't shoot inside if they have to. That's how they're doing.
This sounds like gunfire.
I'm not, well...
You can hear all of the heavily armed police going in right now.
I think they've gone, and that could be, they could be stun guns.
It does look like they are storming the building at the moment. We're seeing a lot of flashes of gun, looks like gunfire.
There's that hostage up there. And we can see that hostage being taken away now. That was the hostage, the 7th one, we believe.
Another one.